You're like, a diva can't work in these conditions.
I throw my hat on the ground. You had a hat? I'm pretty sure I was wearing a top hat.
A top hat?
I'm sorry, that adds a lot to the story. I wish you would have led with that.
I was going to say, I'm getting a much better picture about your costume at this point.
I'm pretty sure I was wearing a top hat, and I think I was...
She's like, da, 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 da.
Just like...
I think I was wearing a top hat and like a blazer or something is what I...
You said, no, Morgan?
I had no idea.
I didn't know it was
So
this bad.
sorry.
Okay, listen. Okay,
My sister just sent me a really important text about Survivor.
Oh.
I didn't know you were a Survivor boy. I actually did know.
A big Survivor fan.
Cute.
Trent's going to help me make a video to audition.
So cute.
Very fun.
Podcasts and Survivor editions just for me. He works for one person.
Exclusively for Cade Larson.
He's my personal videographer. Welcome to No Bummers. It's a podcast where we talk about whatever we want. And the only rule is no bummers.
We didn't even need 2 times that time.
We didn't have to take a second pass at it.
We did so good.
I'm Morgan.
I counted my chickens far before they clucked.
Let's try that again. You go first.
I'm Jackie.
I'm Morgan.
And I'm this year's special edition of Mountain Dew. Voodoo. Cade Larson.
It's nice to finally meet you.
Each week, we will start by talking about something that has been interesting or captivating to us this week. And then each of us has also brought a topic to talk about that the other two don't know what it is ahead of time. And it'll be anything that we like, that we're curious about, or that just make us happy. With, once again, the only rule being no bummers. Morgan, what's your hyperfixation this week?
I don't even remember what mine was last week. So I think this is different. But I don't know if you guys are on the same side of TikTok as me, but are you
Probably not.
Are you on
side
Taste
of
the Biscuit?
I have seen that one. But no, that is not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to the Miami, like
The
Boys choir.
boys choir.
Boys choir and their
Absolutely.
song Yerushalayim.
It's a bop.
I love
Certified
it.
banger.
Can you sing it a couple bars? Just...
No, I'm really busy right now.
Wait, let's harmonize.
No, we're not.
No?
No, but it is.
Who's your
very-
favorite? Mine's Benjamin.
David.
Is it the first one? Or the second one? Or the third one?
You're clearly not there. You're not with us.
But that's such a
Have
good
fun,
song.
you guys.
I have been like scream singing it on the way to work because it just makes me so happy. Like,
It is a bop.
yeah, it's like really, I don't know, it's just a cute song, and it's like cute to see like on
How intense they
TikTok,
are.
like the boys, like everybody just loves them so much, and then I've seen some where like the boys themselves, like at their current age, like duet and they're like singing and they're still just like so happy. It's just like so precious. What a cute little moment. And I love how TikTok's like, here's this weird thing, and everyone's like, wow,
I love it.
like
Give
that,
me more.
that boys choir performed like 20
I think
years
it's from like
ago.
2011 or 2009 or
Oh,
something.
really? I didn't even think it was that close. I thought it was farther away, but
Oh, no, I think it's like 2009.
still, it's just like,
Still a good chunk of time.
But
they're like,
it-
do you want this? And we're like,
it's
yes,
so
thank you
funny.
very much.
You haven't seen it?
I have.
Oh, you have.
And
You just peeped it once and you're like, this isn't for me.
Well,
I hate culture. I hate everything good.
that is those are
I'm
the
a
first,
I'm a ghoul witch that lives in the front yard.
Yeah, those are the first 4 things I thought. And then the 5th thing I thought was, I'm going to send this to my roommate because I know she likes it because I heard it on repeat when she was in the kitchen once.
Which roommate?
Bonnie.
It's a good one. I wish I'd known that. I would have
Would the
talked to her about it
response have
tonight.
changed if it was Danielle?
No. I just wanted to know which
She just
one.
wanted to know who she needs to follow up with.
Yeah.
Like, boys choir, and Bonnie would be like,
So
rock on.
sad. I would have talked to her about it tonight if I'd known.
oh, was she there tonight?
Yeah, she did.
Fun.
Just
Anyway.
humming under your breath.
Yerushalayim.
Just, yeah, like closer to her. And she's like, and then you're like, I know.
I'm like,
It's pretty
exactly.
good.
That should be like a call and response thing I do. See who's cool around me.
Yerushalayim. That's
That's what I'll do at the next like word activity. I'm like, who can I be friends with?
that's
here?
how you know you're in a safe space. Is like if you get a response.
Everyone's
back.
like, you should lie. I'm like, okay, I can stay. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, so that's mine this week.
Yeah, it's a banger, top
Yep.
to bottom, all hits. Benjamin's my favorite though. He closes it out just solid and
So strong.
performance.
Yep.
I'll look into it.
Do some more research.
Yeah, maybe you should research boys choirs, Jewish boys choirs from the Miami area.
Okay, yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah, I've heard of the others. I haven't heard of that.
I know you're a big
that's the
Jewish
one I
boys
haven't
choir
looked into.
connoisseur.
Yeah.
Just not in Florida.
Yeah. Connecticut. Just kidding. What's my hyperfixation? A meal that I've had at least 8 times. Okay, so I meal prepped
Wow.
the other week.
Congrats.
Thanks. And I made, Stouffer's made a chicken lasagna. It's like a chicken veggie lasagna with like a white sauce.
Oh,
yummy.
yum.
And so I baked that, the party size, cut it up into 12.
Split that party up over
Over 12. Yeah, who, what's better than one party? 12
12
parties.
small parties. 12 single person parties.
If I had a hand with 12 fingers, it wouldn't have been hot. Anyway. But so I ate that for 8 meals and I am still not sick of it. In fact, I would like some more. So
Wow.
I think that my hyperfixation is the Stouffer's chicken veggie lasagna with the white sauce.
That's awesome.
Mm, that
It's
sounds
yummy.
really good.
That sounds very, very tasty.
Okay, maybe someday I'll make it for you.
Someday when we have a party.
Mm-hmm.
Just
the
one.
12th day, though. 12th day of the party.
A 12-day party.
Uh-huh.
That sounds
And
awful.
lasagna will be there.
Cade, what's yours?
Mine, I had COVID last week.
He's like, mine is breathing.
I never thought I would take like having a strong mental fortitude as like for granted, but there were days where I would like there was a day where I logged into work for like and I was on for like 3 or 4 hours and I logged off and I immediately went to sleep for like 4 hours.
It's crazy how tired you are.
How just like exhausting it was.
Yes.
But when I wasn't sleeping and working, I was just watching TV because there wasn't much else I could do. And I started trying to watch the Jeffrey Dahmer thing on Netflix. And it was like, I wasn't in the right headspace for that.
You're like, I need to be sharp.
I was like, this feels like something I need to like,
It's a hard watch.
yeah, like be there for mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And so then naturally I progressed to like less and less intelligent forms of entertainment until I finally signed up for a 7-day trial of Boomerang on Amazon Prime.
Aww.
And I've just been watching Scooby-Doo cartoons.
Aww, it's so fun.
So I watched pretty much any Scooby-Doo movie you can think of. And a lot of What's New Scooby-Doo and a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Scrappy Doo?
Scrappy was in a couple of them. He's in Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School.
Okay.
I watched that one.
That's where I went to school.
Was Ghoul School?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
obviously.
thought I recognized you in the video.
Yeah. Yeah. Pop up the picture again. That's me going to Ghoul School.
to Ghoul School. It is an all-female school, so you would have fit right in. Okay. No, because I still have a little bit of congestion.
So tune in next week for that.
Next week, when Morgan and I sing a duet of What's New Scooby-Doo,
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
she wouldn't
Why am I
harmonize on
involved?
Yerushalayim
Yeah,
with
why
me.
am I
So
involved in this? I'm shy with singing. No thanks.
So yeah, I've just watched a lot of Scooby-Doo recently because it's just good.
Yeah.
And it's like I can fall asleep for one, wake up, and like I don't miss
the
much.
plot's not
Mhm.
different.
Yeah, like I know what I'm getting into every time.
Yeah.
I did get so far down the rabbit hole that I found a movie from like 2011 that was a live action Scooby-Doo, starring Robbie Amell and Haley Kiyoko. Do you know who they are?
No.
Robbie Amell is like, he was in the Duff.
Yeah.
He's like the guy from the Duff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was Fred. And then Haley Kiyoko, she's like a musician.
Yeah.
She was Velma. And then I didn't know who the other two people were.
I saw a
It's
TikTok vaguely
Absolutely
on it.
disgusting. It's the worst movie I've ever seen.
Really?
It was so bad.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
So cheesy. But it's called Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the Lake Monster, I think.
Sorry.
Or something like that.
Are
But
lake monsters funny to you?
Just
my
like-
mother was a lake monster.
I'd thank you to keep her name out of your mouth.
That's just like a classic Scooby-Doo title.
Yeah. And it was bad.
Hmm.
Like, and I think it was because I was sick, and two, I was like, I've never heard of this movie before, and the only live action Scooby-Doo I know is like Freddie Prinze Jr.
The good one.
And, yeah, like the good ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
like when they go to the beach.
Yeah, when they go to Spooky Island.
Spooky Island.
Spooky
Absolutely.
It's on a beach.
Say a word.
And what's at the island, Morgan?
It's
the
spooky.
beach.
Hello, that's what an island is. A big beach.
It's just a large beach
yeah.
with some other
You're kind of
stuff
being a
in the
beach
middle.
about this. So
I
Son of a
often am.
beach, Morgan. It's a beach. I'm really sorry about that last
So yeah, if you burn your way through every other Scooby-Doo film on Amazon, check that one out because it's pretty bad.
Noted. I think I might. I like watching bad movies.
You'll have to let me know if you do because it's rough.
You know,
And it was mostly I was just like laying there and it's like I should probably turn this off because this is stupid and I'm not enjoying myself.
but I
then
have to
was
see
like,
it through.
I'm already this far. I'm in this deep.
Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed
Yeah.
slaps.
Oh, yeah.
That was a movie that we had in my mom's DVD player in her car. And so I've watched that probably 40 times. So, big fan of Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed.
Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Scooby-Doo 2, correct. The
Sequel to Spooky Island.
Yeah, I wish we owned Spooky Island. We never did. We
Really?
owned only
Just the
Monsters
sequel?
Unleashed. Yeah, Unleashed.
Goofy.
Unleashed.
Yeah. Mo, what's your topic this week?
Mine's pretty vague, and that's okay. I have accepted it. I just want to know, like, a silly memory you have, like, from Halloween. And it's that I know that's like super vague. I can go first if you guys need a minute to collect
We
yourselves.
do, in fact, need 1 minute.
Okay.
So don't take longer.
Okay.
Just
I will
kidding.
try not to. So when I was like 14 or 15, I was asked to be in this like really crappy little haunted house that our church set up in the parking lot. Because we used to do, my brain just blanked. What are they called?
Trunk or treat?
Trunk or treats. So that's
Where
if-
everyone parks in the parking lot.
Yeah. And you
has
like
their
open up
candy
your
in the
trunk and you like sometimes people would like decorate their trunk and you just like it's just like a safer way to go trick or treating and it's also more convenient because you just walk around the parking lot. And so we did
You get lots of candy.
oh yeah, there was a ton.
I've never been to a trunk or treat.
No.
They're pretty cute. It's kind of fun.
Am I too old?
I only ever went to them when I lived in Nephi,
Mhm.
but they rocked.
Yeah, they like where I lived in Arizona, they were super popular, like not just for our church, but a lot of people did them because when I was younger, our area was not as developed. So there was like quite a lot of acreage. So if you wanted to go traditional trick-or-treating, it was like
You would have to drive around.
yeah,
anyways.
it took a long time. So a lot of places would do trunk or treats. And so for our church, we decided one year that all of like the teens would do like a little haunted house. And I was like,
inside the church house?
we did it in like the desert. So they had
In
like
the desert?
yeah, so it was like really
Like-
spooky.
Here's a real live scorpion.
Yeah.
It's
Hopefully-
just something we came up with us team.
Hopefully don't get involved with a javelina. But yeah, so they set up like
Watch out for the
Javelina?
jumping
they're
cholas.
scary.
What is it called?
It's not a jumping chola.
A jumping chola.
I said a jumping cholula. Cholula.
It's a jumping cholla. It's a cactus.
Okay, we basically said the
If
same
you don't know
thing,
what that
didn't
is,
we?
it's a cactus that, like, if you walk too close to it, it just like sticks to you.
It jumps.
Wait, yeah, what does it actually jump?
The way it was explained to me is it's kind of like magnetized, so it's not like jumping. It's
Staticky?
just like
It's got like
yeah. It's like you're too close to it, so it's just like onto you. Anyway, so yeah, not our
Cholula.
best
Look it up.
idea. I'd like to point out that it was the leaders who decided to do it out there, and they set up like a bunch of gazebos, so it was just like a really quick haunted house. You like basically walk in, walk out, and they were like, Morgan, you need to be in this haunted house because you're an actress. Because I did theater in high school, and I was like, I don't. Like,
the show must go
I
on.
was like, I don't think so.
You,
And-
a member of show business.
And
need
there
to
was
be
like,
in.
You'll bring a level of professionalism.
yes. And there was like no direction on what any of us were like supposed to wear. There was no theme. It was like they just took whatever.
Just come in your scariest outfit.
Yeah.
Come dressed as Jackie.
My scariest outfit.
Your ghoulish outfit, madame.
Yes. And I think I put like some like white face paint on, and I like used some like,
problematic.
oh my gosh. And I used some like like fake blood to make it look like my throat was cut or something like that. And I was like, that's probably the spookiest.
Where'd you get fake blood?
I'm
It was
at a
real
moment
blood.
note. You were like, Mom, I just need fake blood.
yeah.
Diane's a trooper.
Yeah, you just go
Did
to
you
the...
never have fake blood in like your Halloween?
My mom did not like fake blood
Oh.
for
Oh.
anything. I think once I was like, Mom, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to
You
be
never
okay
got
with it.
like blood capsules or
No. But I was like, Mom, I'm gonna paint a scar on my face when I'm the corpse bride. So like figure
So
that.
get used to it.
Yeah,
I'm
this is-
edgy.
Yeah.
This is
sorry.
the new me.
Yeah, I like blood on my face. What do you want me to do? You know?
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. I think I painted it. I'm outing myself right now. I painted on with red nail polish
Oh.
on my face, and it burned like heck.
I was gonna say that doesn't go on skin, right?
Not even at all. Like it was very, yeah. And then I was like, Mom, it looks like it's cool. And she's like, it's like metallic glitter.
You're like crying, like it's really cool.
It burnt so bad. And like when it was drying, I was like, worth it? Not worth it. I don't know. And then my mom was like, yeah, it looks great. Even though it was like metallic red, sparkly, didn't look like blood at all. Anyway, hit it.
Sorry, you were in the desert
Oh yeah.
with your throat slit
Oh, yeah. So
the jumping javelinas.
with a javelina
jumping out
barking
of
at your heels.
Yeah, he was. And so I was, and I can't remember what I was. I think I was just wearing like all black. I really put minimal effort into how I looked. And so then they didn't give us any direction. They just told all the teenagers like either like sit or like walk around in the haunted house, and people will walk through and you just scare them. And we were like, okay, sounds great. And this one kid, I don't know what his problem was, but he just was like hopped up on something, was like so excited to just like scare everybody, he wants to like run around. So I'm like walking through the house, and my thought, I was like, I'm just gonna walk really slow and then just like stare at people. I was like, that's the spookiest I can get.
I'm an actress.
You're right. Yeah, I'm a professional.
If you heard my backstory, you'd be shaking in your boots.
Yeah.
You're handing everyone like a pamphlet, like please read my
Like,
story.
this is what happened to me.
I was born in 1812.
And so I was like walking around really slowly, and this kid had already kind of like bumped into me a few times. I don't know what his plan was. He was running the wrong way through the haunted house with his arms out to the side.
Like clotheslining people.
He clotheslined me. I don't know about anybody else.
That is terrifying.
But he clotheslined me, and he like hit me in the throat. So I felt very close to my character at that
your
time.
bloody throat.
Yeah.
And he ran his arm
I'm
into
like
it.
much in a worse position than I
I
was
don't like
before.
people touching my throat or getting anywhere close to my throat.
Me neither. I don't. And yeah, so he like clotheslined my throat. Stop. And he I like fell over, and I like couldn't breathe, and it was like this whole thing.
He knocked the wind out of you.
Yeah. And then,
Wow.
so like I had that whole situation. I
Like
was
he
like,
was just running. Like he wasn't screaming.
I don't
or,
know
like,
what his plan was.
yelling boo.
Listen, it all happened so
At least
quickly.
yell boo.
Give me a boo or something.
Yeah. And yeah, he like clotheslined me, and then
That must have been hard for you as a professional
yeah,
to work with.
I can't work in these conditions.
to work with someone so undisciplined.
Listen.
And
Not only am I walking through the dirt and the joyous and the javelinas and all these other things,
I'm
And
surrounded by idiots.
I'm putting all of my effort into walking slowly and staring at those who pass by me. But then I get clotheslined.
You didn't say boo either. You were just like,
I know I want to interview someone that went through that haunted house and be like, what?
we weren't even sure she worked here.
Listen.
Just saw a woman
we
with
thought,
a
we
very
thought
big
she lost her
wound.
mom or something. I don't know.
And she couldn't see in the dark, so she was trying to get her eyes to adjust.
I would love to know, like, what his perspective, like the guy who clotheslined me. Like, I'm sure he's like, I was putting so much effort in, and Morgan
He was
wasn't
going
doing
110,
anything. Yeah, maybe that's why.
and
he
you were just walking
clotheslined
around
me.
staring at people.
Maybe he did it on purpose. You know, he's like, we got to get her out of here, and it worked. I left and didn't come back.
You're like, a diva can't work in these conditions.
I throw my hat on the ground.
You had a hat.
I'm pretty sure I was wearing a top hat.
A top
I'm
hat.
sorry, that adds a lot to the story. I wish you would have led with that.
I was gonna say I'm getting a much better picture about your costume
I'm
at
pretty
this
sure
point.
I was wearing a top hat, and I think I was.
She's like, da, 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 da.
Just like
I think I was wearing a top hat and like a blazer or something. Is what I.
You said no, Morgan.
I had no idea.
I didn't know it was
So
this bad.
sorry.
Okay, listen. You told us I was wearing black. Nothing to
you
write
said
home
nothing
about.
fancy.
It was a black blazer and a black top hat.
A
I don't
top
have a
hat
top
is the
hat.
fanciest thing I can think of.
I don't have a top hat. You think I just have one lying
Why would
around?
you get a top
didn't
hat
have
on a moment's at the same place you got the blood?
I'm pretty sure I got
She was
both of
an
those
actress.
things at Walmart.
Hello. Every actress has a top hat.
Everybody knows that.
That is so funny. A blazer?
I don't know why. I was
You're like, Mom,
this
I
is
need
my
to be
look.
at the fanciest school you've ever seen.
I think I was trying to like channel like Haunted Mansion. You know how they're
Yeah.
some of them are kind of like wearing fancy older.
You're like,
things.
I want to be one of the men dancing in the ballroom scene of the Haunted
Yeah,
Mansion.
the men. I want to be one of the hitchhiking ghosts at the end.
Yeah, I'm the
Cute.
top hat ghost. That's me.
Yeah.
Oh my
Surprise.
gosh.
Anyway.
I really wish you would have started with the top hat.
Meanwhile, in Colorado, Jackie was painting nail polish
Onto her
onto her
face.
face.
Crazy.
Anyway, so that was my Halloween night. I also won a cake, so that was great.
You won a cake?
Yeah.
Cakewalk.
There was a cakewalk, and I won a cake, and my mom was so mad. She was like, "You have a bag full of candy,
Just like,
and
why
you
did
have a
bring
cake."
a whole cake home?
It's like to
'Cause
feed
she-
our family.
She had submitted 2 into the cakewalk, so she was like, "Sweet, we'll have no cake by the end of tonight." And I was like, "Mom, you'll never believe what I just
Joke's
won."
on you.
Happy Halloween, everybody. I got a full cake.
It was the best. I loved it. I think I probably ate the whole thing. So it was a good night for Morgan.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Top hat killed me. I'm sorry. That was just like awesome.
I just love that you said nothing special, and then we get revealed
Honestly,
that it
we
was an
had to pry
elaborate
it out of
behind
you.
the scenes.
You had a blazer and a top hat. That's the 2 fanciest things I could think of.
I didn't think that was like the thing that was gonna.
You know I
bring
like
out the
details.
story.
And that was definitely.
Yeah, were you not here for our pre-show warm-up where we talked about details?
I forgot about the details.
the details? Okay.
Do you have one? Because I don't.
Nothing has ever happened to you on Halloween.
Nothing funny has ever happened in my life.
No, it doesn't have to be funny, or it could be interesting or a little
Has anything
spooky.
happened on Halloween? Well, one
Halloween
time
is cool.
exactly. One time I don't remember exactly who I was with, but I dressed up as one thing, and then we're like, wouldn't it be so funny if we got like 3 times as much candy? So then we went home and like switched our outfits. We're like, trick or treat. And then our neighbors are like, you kids.
You got us.
You got us. Here's some more candy. We're like, wow, what losers. And then we dressed up a 3rd time. Like, I think we changed our outfits 3 times.
That's so fun.
Yeah. And so we're like, and I came home and I was like, Mom, look at this pillowcase full of candy. And she's like, amazing. Also, give me all of your almond joys. And I'm like, you got it, dude. Because I have 3 times as much.
That's not even a problem.
I was like, I got almond joys to spare, honey.
Did you guys like trade candy with your siblings?
Absolutely.
My brother, yes. He'd be throwing Laffy Taffies for mounds. Not a thing that's happening.
No.
Wait, he wanted the mounds or he wanted the Laffy Taffy?
He wanted the mounds.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
No.
Yes.
Not for me. Sorry, no.
Yeah. I can get behind it, Eric. You're a smart man.
But on like a Laffy Taffy, no.
No, the conversion rate on that's off.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying is like, if I could get a mounds for a Laffy Taffy all day.
oh, yeah. But it's like,
But
I'm
you
not
weren't
stupid.
doing that trade.
No.
Okay, no, we're on the same page.
Okay, I was like,
I thought you were saying like he's an idiot because he was giving me Laffy Taffies.
oh
for
no,
my
he's
mound.
an idiot for thinking I would give a mound.
Oh, I got you now. We're on the same page.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, he took you to the cleaners.
I was like, the one time we're different, and it's like about this, you like Laffy Taffy more than a mound?
No,
No.
definitely not.
Mm-mm.
But I would trade with the kids in my neighborhood too. We like the day after Halloween was a good day because we're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like
When you have like all this candy and you're like, this is enough candy. This is like my food storage candy for until Christmas time.
mm-hmm.
And then
Mhm.
Christmas, it lasts until Easter and then Easter to Halloween. Did you guys do that?
My
Did
candy
you not
never
have
lasted that
self-control?
long.
No. I would have like a storage where it would be like, I would eat a lot close to Halloween. And then like, as time would go on, I'd be like, I have to make this last.
Not me. My dad he said, I will pay you 10 cents per piece of candy that you do not eat.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
I was a rich woman.
I was
So
going to say,
yeah,
Dolph,
so
I would like that deal.
yeah, so we could trick
I will be contacting you on November 1st.
like yeah, but that's because he didn't want us eating so much candy and then
getting sick or getting a
yeah,
cavity
so he
or
would just
getting-
like throw it away, like
wow.
or maybe he brought it into work or something, and
yeah,
was
and
like,
like
do
put
you-
it on the
yeah,
table or whatever.
but like then we could get money for it. But
dang,
yeah, Eric didn't. I don't know if he ever took him up on the offer. He was like,
I
nah.
wouldn't have.
Yeah, it was
Me
hard.
now. I would, but like back then, not a chance.
No
way.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
like
pry that candy from my cold dead fingers.
honestly. Yeah, we're like,
Even
are you
the
out
ones
of
I
your
didn't
mind?
like, I was
Yeah.
like, I worked for those.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like,
I want these gobstoppers. Thank you very much.
my
Yeah.
little sausage legs
want-
carried me all around this neighborhood.
I want this pack of raisins.
Nah, you could take those.
And
Dolph can have those.
Yeah.
I was like weird about. I was like, no, all of it's mine. My mom's
Yeah.
like, do you want this crappy like little eyeball?
Like absolutely,
thing?
I
I'm
do.
Like, yes.
I'm like, get your dirty paws off of it. Yeah. But I think I sold it to him the last year I trick or treated, like because I was older.
Mhm.
But
'Cause
every
you
other
understood.
year, I'm like, get out of here, old man. I don't want your money, your dirty money. You know?
I remember one time my dad ate one of my sister's Reese's, and I
Oh,
thought
hell.
she like looked like she was gonna kill him. I was
I was
like,
gonna
well,
say,
bye,
that-
Dad.
If I
Reese's
didn't
were
offer
like-
it to you
yeah.
on Halloween, don't keep your filthy paws.
Well,
Exactly.
and in
silky
my
draws.
family, Reese's were like
I could not have said
top.
it by myself.
Like they didn't get traded.
Oh yeah, that's like the holy grail.
You
Yeah.
love Reese's too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Reese's and Butterfingers.
Oh,
I haven't had a
Mm.
Butterfingers in years.
Like growing up, Butterfinger was my number one, dude.
really?
My ride or
Really?
die. Like
Amazing.
could not get me
What
off.
was your number one?
Reese's. I think Reese's and Almond Joys I really liked. My mom loved Almond Joys. So I think like we would always give her Almond Joys because she would like take us trick or treating. She
Which
had to
that's,
stand there.
Like the interesting thing about becoming an adult now is it's like an Almond Joy, delicious.
yeah.
But like back then, I was kind of like, meh.
Yeah, I think
These are fine.
I think I liked Snickers a lot, and then like
Yeah.
Reese's. Anything chocolate
Like Almond
that
Joy,
was like top
for
of the
some reason
line.
in my mind was like healthy.
Yeah, I was like,
Because it's like,
yeah, I don't
it's
want
got
your
coconut
salad.
and
It was like a
almonds.
mom food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, this is a healthy candy.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like packed with sugar, like
and no.
mixed with corn syrup.
Yeah. Willy
Amazing.
Wonka's kissing each and every one that comes off the line. Like, absolutely not. But for some reason, that's how it worked in my head.
I was like, yeah.
No, but Butterfingers were my number one. But do you guys remember Butterfinger BBs?
No.
That is like tickling a memory in my brain. Explain what you mean.
So Butterfinger BBs were these little, they would come in like a packet, like an M&M's pack, basically.
Yeah.
And it was little balls of Butterfinger.
Yes. They did that with
So
several
good.
candies.
They still do it with Crunch.
Yeah.
Like the bunch of Crunch that you
They
can
had
get at
them
like
for
the movie
Reese's,
theater and
too.
stuff. They had them for Reese's.
And Three
Butterfinger
Musketeers.
BBs. I would sell my soul today for one pack of Butterfinger BBs.
Okay.
So good. And it's maybe one of those things that just like lives
I'm in
in
the
my
market
memory.
for a soul, so
So I'll let you know.
I'll let you know. We
Yeah,
might
so
have a
good.
deal.
So good.
Yeah, those were yummy.
Okay, Butterfingers and Reese's.
Butterfinger BBs.
Okay, Butterfinger BBs.
That's just how old I am, though, because they stopped making those a long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
That I remember that though. Those like the like
It was like a
candies
craze
as-
where all of a sudden they were like, we're going to make everything a little ball.
yeah.
And you're
they
like,
would
I wish
sell
you
'em
would. Yeah.
Like, please do. Thank you. Much
would
easier
sell
for the
'em.
eating.
At like theaters a lot, and that was always I was like I'd beg my mom for those every time. I remember that.
And she's like, no, we snuck our own
Yeah.
Full
homemade
size.
fruit roll-ups in.
She's like, Morgan, I have an entire Chick-fil-A meal in my bra. You're gonna eat that and you're gonna like it.
She's like, I snuck in a burrito from Chipotle. You're going to eat it and you're going to like
so
it.
shut the hell up about your BBs, all right?
We really did sneak in Chick-fil-A in a movie theater once, and this lady got so mad at me for eating it in there.
What,
She
like
didn't work
another
there.
moviegoer?
Yeah.
I'm like, you were being nickel and dimed as well, Pamela.
No,
So
I'm
can
like-
you-
Would you like a nugget?
Yeah.
Is that what that?
There you go, lady. She was so mad. And I think from the vibe I got from her, I think she was like a vegetarian. Because she was
Oh,
like,
so it was a meat.
she was
thing,
like,
not
ugh, I can smell it. And I was like, yeah, it smells
Who's got a
delicious."
nugget in here?
Yeah. I can smell you.
I got the best sniffer around, and I
Yeah.
smell a nugget.
It was very, I was like, sorry, gosh.
When I went to go see A Quiet Place in the movie theater,
Oh my gosh.
I brought a bag of celery. Did
carrot
you?
sticks.
No.
Have I told you this story
No!
before?
I just was like, what is the loudest food I can think
No,
of?
so we're like sitting there and I like didn't think anything of it because it's something I do somewhat regularly where I'm a little snacky, but I don't like popcorn.
I often bring snacks.
And so
into
like
the
I'll
movie theater.
bring a snack for myself.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what I was getting into with A Quiet Place and like how
I
quiet the
don't think
movie
anybody
is.
realized that.
And so we're sitting there and it's like dead silent in this movie theater and I just hear crunch and I'm like, I can't eat my carrots. I like sealed my
Just
bag
suck
up.
on them. It's
I
okay.
sealed my bag up and just like stuck it back into my pouch on my
Hoodie.
hoodie and I was like, you guys,
That's
I'll
a
eat you on
layer
the way
thing.
home.
Oh my!
Because it was just like one crack crunch and I'm like,
That's
I'm
enough.
not going to get away with this.
Everyone's like, was that in the movie?
Yeah,
Or
I
was
was
that,
like-
yeah.
Is Emily Blunt eating a carrot right now into the
Like
microphone?
just off screen? Yeah.
Remember our roommate Nicole bought a thing of popcorn when we went to see it? She couldn't eat any of it.
She's like sticking her tongue out to like
grazing it off the
quietly.
top.
It's like so freaking quiet in that movie. And
Yeah.
then when it like
And in
is
the
not
theater,
quiet,
too.
it's so exciting that you like forget to eat what you
Right,
got.
yeah, like the monster's chasing them or whatever. It's like I'm not eating my carrots at that time.
This
That
is
is
not
so
carrot
funny.
time.
Yeah.
I really just thought of like the loudest food I could think of, and then you went louder because I feel like carrots are louder. Than
That's way
celery.
louder than
That's so
celery.
funny.
I don't know, you could get a good crunch off of celery.
You can absolutely,
But yeah, so if you ever hear a crunch in the back of the theater,
It's just Cade and
It's
It's like
probably
we should have just
me.
carpool.
if you smell chicken nuggets, It's Morgan. If you
Chicken nuggets and
if you hear a
carrots.
crunch, it's me with the carrots. A fun Halloween story. I like when you were talking about haunted house. I remember my grandpa he used to build a haunted house every year in his house.
Oh, that's fun.
And-
Just for you
Fun.
guys or for like the
Like
neighborhood?
anyone, like
Aw.
the trick or treaters, like he would let them go through.
Oh, I think it would be too spooky. to
And that
go
was
through
like the
someone's
rite of
house.
passage was like when you hit 12, you weren't allowed to trick or treat anymore, but then you were allowed to work in Grandpa's haunted house.
Oh,
So Halloween was still so fun.
Halloween was still
Yeah.
fun, and it
fun.
was like you were like old enough that like trick or treating wasn't that cool, but then you weren't like old enough to go to like a Halloween party.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
you know,
like
and so
at
it was like
school or
between
something,
like
yeah.
12 to like 14, 15. I got to work with my grandpa in the haunted house,
So
and he had like this
fun.
split level house, so you'd like walk in to the entryway, and then there was like stairs going up and stairs going down. And since it was just him and my step grandma that lived in the house, like they
Mhm.
lived upstairs, and so he would turn like the entire basement into a spook alley. And
Very
Wow,
fun.
that's
So
so fun.
and it was just like cardboard boxes. Like it was like nothing fancy, but he would spend like the entire month of October
Prepping for it.
setting
I
it
love
up and
that.
like painting stuff and hanging.
That makes me want to cry.
Yeah,
That's,
That's
so
really
sweet.
so sweet.
it was adorable. So that's one of the like happy memories I have from
From
Halloween.
Halloween.
Not really funny, but like
A good
just
one.
happy.
Yeah.
So when you worked in it, like what did you do? Just spook people?
Yeah, like there was one time I remember that there was like I was sitting at the bottom of the stairs because he would do a slide like that would go down the stairs, and then there was like
Stop.
a thing that would go straight, and like that was like where the spook alley started.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was at the end of that tunnel, and I had like these cardboard flaps that I would like pull open and be like, wow. And I had my
Cute.
face like all painted gross with like glow in the dark paint,
Oh, fun.
and yeah.
That's really cool.
That
It was
is,
super
yeah,
fun.
that's super cool.
So there was a couple of times where I think I was like it was just me and my grandpa, and then like as other kids would either like get older
Mhm.
or probably the first year I did it, like there was probably someone else doing it with me. Like
Yeah, one of the other. Yeah.
yeah,
other
like people
cousins.
would be on the ends, like
Yeah.
as people were getting older or like growing out of trick or treating age.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
That's so fun.
So
I love that.
that was really fun. It wasn't in the desert, so I didn't have to worry about javelinas.
Or your neck wasn't slit, which was
I
lucky.
didn't get my throat chopped by by a runner.
I know, luckily.
I don't even remember what he was wearing. He like
He wasn't wearing a top hat.
he
That's
was,
for sure.
No, he wasn't. He was wearing like
He wasn't a classy fellow.
he looked like Rufio from Hook.
Rufio.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know what his vibe was. I don't know what he was.
He
Trying
was
to do.
Rufio.
Yeah, I guess. So spooky.
That's a killer movie.
It is.
Never seen
You've never seen Hook?
it. I don't think
It's
so.
the character is played by the guy who voices Zuko in Avatar,
Okay, cool.
Dante Bosco.
Dante. Nice. I should watch it.
It
What's it on?
was when he was
I have it.
younger.
Okay.
Yeah, we can watch it together.
It's great.
Okay.
Julia
Sweet.
Roberts is in it. She's Tinkerbell.
She's pretty cute.
Oh,
So is Robin
okay. I'm
Williams.
down.
He's
Robin
pretty good.
Williams is in
Oh.
it. Yeah, it's a star-studded cast.
Okay, amazing. Okay. Just let me know when. And I'll be there.
Trot, do we need to take a break?
Mhm.
Do you need to go last?
No, because I haven't been charging, so
Do you want to go now?
yeah, I can go.
Okay. You can cut all of that.
We are going to be doing a quiz. And the
Oh, no.
prize, I bought a prize, but I left it in my trunk. So the prize and also the title of the Pumpkin King goes to whoever gets as many questions correct.
Okay, but I need to know the rules now because I'm fairly competitive. Are
Okay.
you asking us both the same question as whoever answers first?
Yes.
Or are we just keeping track of who gets
Yes.
this right?
And
So it's who goes first, right?
yeah, so you guys are going to be raising your hands. Trent, you're going to be a ref. Also,
Trent,
could you
remember
keep
whose house
score?
you live in.
Okay. And a scoreboard? Or if you could just tally it on your phone or something. Okay, thank you so much.
Is there a theme or a topic?
Halloween.
Okay, just like general Halloween trivia. You're
Yes.
going down, clown.
I probably will. And that's okay. I'm not as competitive.
So I do a lot of trivia games with the kids at work, and then they all scream at me because they're like, I raised my hand first. So ref, you're going to have to help me on this one.
You're our Shorzy.
So what is on the line is Pumpkin King or Queen. I like Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's like, I Jack the Pumpkin King, you know?
Yeah.
Love that. So Pumpkin King is the title. You earn, I went into the store and there's candy corn flavored popcorn. Also a bag of Reese's Bats in a bucket with pumpkins on it. It's actually very cute. I'm really sad. You don't see the prize right here. Forgot it in the trunk.
We'll insert a shot of the prize.
Picture of what it looks like.
Whoever wins has to do this next year and pass on the title.
And be the next Pumpkin King to pass on the title.
Yeah.
So cute. Okay, love it. Let me...
Gotta get my...
Okay. These... I didn't come up with these questions, so they are from the interwebs.
The internet.
I'm familiar.
Okay. We're going to start out pretty easy. In which month does Halloween fall?
October.
Reveal answer. Correct.
Yes.
One tally for Cade to Raid. Okay, thank you, honey. Okay. You're welcome, Cupcake. Yeah, I thought you didn't
Vanna
get my
White? Is that
Okay.
No one, they wouldn't know. He's wearing a cocktail dress and a top hat.
Wow.
Okay. What S is the name of the popular teenage witch? Morgan.
Sabrina.
Good job.
That was a confusing start to the question.
Yeah.
Like
What
I said
S?
45 seconds ago, I did not write these questions. What S? The one from the American alphabet. Okay.
The Greeks made it.
Okay. In which animated film would you expect to see a vampire named Mavis? Cade.
Hotel Transylvania.
Good job.
Also Hotel Transylvania 2 or Hotel Transylvania 3.
Correct. Unfortunately, you'll only get one tally for all three answers.
Thank you. I'll take my points off the air.
Okay. We'll talk later. Okay. In the film The Witches, what does the potion turn children into? Cade.
A mouse.
Correct.
Child is no longer a child. Child
Have you seen
that.
Witches?
is a mouse.
Have you read Witches?
I don't know what
Roald
you're talking
Dahl?
about.
Roald a Doll
He wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I know of him.
and Matilda?
He wrote
I've
a
never
book
seen
called The
Witches.
Witches. It's very scary.
Okay.
Angelica Houston is the Grand High Witch. And they have square feet. And so they get into the hall where all the witches are. And she's like, remove your shoes. And they all take off their shoes. And they just have their little stocking square feet.
Their feet are square.
Yeah,
And
we'll
then
have
they
to
take
watch
off
it.
their faces
Why?
because they're witches. And so they have ugly faces, but they wear masks. So
that
they
are
look
like
normal
beautiful. Yeah.
women.
Oh, okay.
It's a scary movie. And they take off their wigs. They're bald. They're all bald. That's what it is.
Why are they bald?
Because they're witches.
Witches are not bald.
Okay, Morgan, maybe
Well,
maybe read
you
the
should
book.
watch a movie before you know what a witch is.
So sorry.
Give us the next
You think
question.
you know what a witch is and you haven't even cracked open the witch's book?
It's literally called The Witches.
Just the phrasing of what you just said is so funny. Okay.
I'm really sorry.
No, you're not. Give us the next question.
Who wrote the popular children's book Room on the Broom?
I've read it. I
I
don't
was
know
going to
who wrote
say,
it.
I know the book.
Okay, that's fair. Whatever. Moving on.
Who is it?
Julia Donaldson.
Classic Julia.
Classic Julia
Good old-
mess around.
Good
Miss
old Jay.
Donaldson and her book
Good old
writing.
Mama J.
Mama Cass.
What do you... I'm sorry, I'm not going to even finish that. Was a dumb
What
question.
S?
What S do you use when spelling spider? Vampire bats solely feed on blood. True or false?
False.
Incorrect.
True.
Correct.
Oh. I thought they had other things they ate.
No, they suck on mostly like cows and stuff. I read a lot of zoo books when I was a child.
What a nerd, am I right?
Yeah, what an idiot.
Okay.
We should beat him up after this.
I think so. I'd steal his lunch money.
Yeah. By the flagpole.
Yeah.
By the light of the silvery moon. That's in the Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the Lake.
It's
That's
also in the
the-
Haunted Mansion, Eddie Murphy.
That's the song that Shaggy sings to Velma to remind her that she's not evil. Sorry, spoiler alert.
She's evil.
No, she's not evil. And that's what he sings
You're
to
sending
remind
me
her
mixed messages.
that she's not evil.
Okay. Before people used pumpkins, what vegetables were jack-o'-lanterns made of?
Turnips, right?
Correct.
I don't know any of these. I was going to say apples.
That would have been a good guess.
Which family was considered creepy, kooky, mysterious, spooky, and altogether ooky?
The Addams Family.
The Addams Family.
I recorded
One
the Addams
half
Family
of a point
values.
for Morgan singing because we've been begging her all hour.
And she finally
You don't have
gave
to give
in.
me half a point because I'm clearly losing. What's the next one?
You can get purple pumpkins. True or false?
True. True.
Correct. I have yet to see a purple pumpkin. Insert image here.
I would
Brilliant.
like to see that myself. You can have the popcorn when I win.
I don't want it though.
Why?
Because that sounds kind of yucky to me and I don't really like popcorn either.
Okay.
What is the name of Scooby-Doo's best friend and monster hunting partner?
Shaggy.
Good job.
What is his Christian name? It's Norval Rogers.
Okay, point for each. That was pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna.
His name's Norval Rogers, and he goes by Shaggy. I promise. You do not want to mess around with how much Scooby-Doo I've watched in the past week.
I don't.
Norval.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. What is Frankenstein's monster scared of?
Fire.
Good job. Is a banshee likely to laugh, cry, scream, or sing?
Morgan was faster and Cade was technically first.
What?
I was faster, but not first.
Carry the four.
By the transitive property.
You got it first. Go ahead.
Cade's head started first. Morgan's head got all the way first.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Was Shriek or Scream? Which one was
Scream.
Scream?
Correct.
I believe it's more of a shriek, but tomato. You say
Tomato Caribbean.
You say tomato. I say clamato.
Clamato.
Okay. What Disney film portrays the celebration of Mexico's Day of the Dead?
Coco.
Coco.
Yeah.
Correct.
I
Casper
was
is a
worried about where
friendly.
that was going to go.
Yeah. Ghosts.
Oh, that's all of the question. S is for.
I almost said S is for ghost. Anyway.
There's an S in Ghost. Yeah, good job.
Yay! Letters from the film Hotel Transylvania. Finish this sentence. I don't say.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, perfect.
That wasn't a very good accent, though. Blah blah blah.
Okay, let's see. The animated character from the Nightmare Before Christmas film is also known as Pumpkin King.
Jack Skellington.
Correct. Someone with bogophobia is afraid of what?
Bogophobia?
Can you spell it?
Bogeyphobia.
Of being afraid?
Nope.
Fear of boogers?
Nope.
Fear of the boogeyman.
Yes. Okay, 1 point for Jackie.
You got to get on the board sometime.
Yeah. In which iconic Halloween film would you hear a song, I Put a Spell on You?
Hocus Pocus.
Good job. Okay, I have a question. This is so that's the end of the quiz. This is the tie
bonus round.
Yeah. I want to know if you know why we carve pumpkins and put lights in them.
It's from...
Raise your hand if you have the answer.
I'm trying to remember. It's from like Ireland or Scotland.
Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they used to carve turnips.
Correct.
Because I'm trying to remember the story.
I will tell it if you do not recall. I have it copied and pasted here.
It's like sitting right off evil spirits or something like that.
Yes. So to light the path for good spirits.
Oh, for good.
Yes. But yeah, same thing. You dress up for Halloween because you don't want the bad spirits to find you, because that's when all the ghouls and such are out. Jackie, the ghoul. But
that's when Jackie and all her buddies are
yes, we're
doing their
running
mischief.
amok. Yeah.
Her and her classmates.
So the reason Jack-o'-lantern, which is what my nickname is only in the month of October.
Only on Halloween.
Yes, Jack-o'-lantern is based off of, well, there's a legend called Stingy Jack. And I'll read it to you guys if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Pop off, Queen.
Okay. Stingy Jack was a miserable old drunk who loved playing tricks on anyone and everyone. No bummers, everybody. No.
Stingy Jack sucked.
Yeah.
Everyone hated him.
One dark Halloween night, Jack ran into the devil himself in a local public house.
Oh.
Jack.
It's a public house.
I want to say bar.
Isn't it like a pub?
Oh,
pub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Jack tricked the devil by offering his soul in exchange for one last drink. The devil quickly turned himself into a sixpence to pay the bartender, but Jack immediately snatched the coin and deposited it into his pocket. He's a money whore.
Why would you put something in your pocket that you know is
That's
devil?
the devil.
I'm
Hello,
just going to
Satan.
save this for later.
That's a question for Stingy Jack, not Stingy Jackie. So,
Yes.
when he deposited the coin into his pocket, it happened to be next to a silver cross that he was carrying. Thus, the devil could not change himself back. So the devil, I guess, loses powers around crosses. I feel like I knew that.
That's famously so.
Yeah.
Right?
I would agree
Not
with
just with
that.
Stingy Jack,
Unless
with
he turns
everyone.
them upside down in a scary movie.
Yeah. Then he's like, your power.
It's
yeah.
game over.
Yeah, honestly. Okay. Anyway, so Jack refused to allow the devil to go free until the devil had promised not to claim Jack's soul for 10 years.
I feel like I would have picked a bigger number than that.
Yeah. Like, what is he going to do?
300 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. He
like,
could
hey, homie, you can't have my soul. How about that?
Honestly, Stingy Jack really screwed us all because he could have said 1 billion years.
Yeah, he could have been like, I'm Stingy Jack. I want all the time in the whole world.
Exactly. Anyway, so he went with 10 years.
Thanks, Stingy Jack.
The devil agreed, and 10 years later, Jack again came across the devil while out walking on a country road. The devil tried collect it. So 10 years later, the devil's like, I'm coming for you, Stingy Jack, because what happened back there was unexcusable.
You basically abducted me.
You turned me
held
into
me
a
for
coin
ransom.
In your pocket.
Yeah, next to the cross.
But also,
you know?
that's like, what if he's literally the devil from the Bible. Why can't he
The
just
devil from the
have
Bible.
a coin
Yeah, right.
and be like, "Here you go, Mark." Like,
maybe,
why does
maybe he forgot his wallet at home.
Why does he need to
He's
turn,
like,
turn
dang
himself
it.
into a coin?
Maybe he's showing off. Hey, I have
He's
the
like-
power to. He's
or,
like,
or maybe Stingy Jack was like, "I bet you can't turn yourself into a."
he's drunk.
coin."
He could have asked for a bunch of stuff, and the devil's like, okay, falling
Bet.
into the trap.
Bet, yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I can turn it into a coin. You want a coin? I can be a coin.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. He's like, well, we haven't paid for it yet, but yeah, like once I get it, hold it. Okay. 1 second. The devil agreed. Okay, 10 years later, Jack is his name. He came across the devil while out walking on a country road. The devil tried collecting what he was due, but Jack, thinking quickly, said, "I'll go, but before I do, will you get me an apple from that tree?" Stalling him.
Classic Jack.
The devil, thinking he had nothing to lose, jumped up into the tree to retrieve an apple. As soon as he did, Jack placed crosses all around the trunk of the tree.
That's pretty. Listen, this devil sounds pretty
Was-
nice. He's like, don't worry, buddy. I'll pay for your beer. Okay, I gotta take your soul. You need an apple first?
You feeling snacky?
Yeah,
No
why
big
would he be
deal.
like? He's like, fine.
Yeah, I'll go grab you the apple. I'm so nice.
And Jack's like, I have an abundance of crosses, you idiot.
He's like,
Big,
you dumb
stupid.
devil.
I've had 10 years to plan this.
He's
You
like,
know how many silver crosses I've gotten in 10 years?
I got so many
I
crosses.
just asked my Nana for one for every birthday.
And every Christmas and every Easter, you idiot.
You
Okay.
dumb Satan.
And so now the devil's up a tree and surrounded by crosses. He's like, son of a gun. You cheeky Jack. Okay. This time Jack made the devil promise that he would not take his soul when he finally died. Seeing
Yeah.
Why was
Why
that
did it
not
take him
done
10
at the
years to come up
beginning?
with that plan?
he's like, okay, I had to buy me some time.
He's like,
had
I've
to
had
give me some
10
crosses.
years to think about it,
Should've
and
been
I
like-
finally know what I want.
Right.
He's like, don't take my soul. I know that's what you're known for. And while I have you up a tree and no way down, I can make some requests.
Should have been like, devil, I'm gonna scotch tape you to this to this like, silver cross when he was a penny, and then he never would have been able to
That's
take
what I'm saying.
it.
Is like, why did he ever even release
I
him?
was like,
Yeah.
Morgan, Scotch tape's not going to hold back the devil, but as a penny.
As a penny.
perhaps. Yeah.
It would.
his second weakness is Scotch tape.
Name a penny that can withstand scotch tape.
Name one.
Name one.
I'll wait. Okay. Seeing no way around this predicament, the devil grudgingly.
Why did he
Isn't it
jump out?
begrudgingly?
I've
Whatever.
heard it
I
both
didn't
ways.
write this. Agreed. When Stingy Jack eventually passed away several years later, he went to the gates of heaven, but was refused entrance because of all of his life of drinking and because I didn't proofread this.
Okay, but if he's getting to the gates of the heaven and they're like, "Hey, you outsmarted the devil twice,"
Like, you did
I
a
think
job
that-
well done.
yeah.
I think.
I mean, unless he was like really bad, but
We don't know what
Just
he
for
was
he,
like when
he was
drunk.
stingy and a drinker, apparently. And that's enough to get you. Then I'm not going. to
I
heaven.
will.
I was like, that's keeping you out. Yikes.
I'll be hanging out with Stingy Jack at the entrance of the pearly gates.
you need a couple more silver crosses to
Dang
trick
it.
the devil before that can happen.
You're right.
Exactly. So he went to heaven. God's like, are you kidding? Did you see what you just did? And then Jack's like, okay. So now,
He's like, gosh, all
But the
right.
devil also can't take him.
yeah.
So he just wanders the earth.
Wait.
The earth.
He had been so tight-fisted and deceitful, so Jack then went down to hell to see the devil and find out whether it is possible to gain entrance to the depths of hell. He's like, my first choice was heaven. My second choice is hell. But the devil kept the promise that he had been made to Jack years earlier and would not let him enter. So now Jack is asking to go to hell, which is not making a lot of sense.
Based
here.
on movies I've seen,
People don't
Not
want to be there.
where you want to
He's
go.
like, I gotta go somewhere. I don't know what to tell you guys.
He's like, I don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, arm wrestle over who gets me.
There's 2 places.
But the devil kept the promise that he made to Jack years earlier and would not let him enter. But where can I go? Asked Jack. Back to where you came from, replied the devil. The way back was windy and very dark. Stingy Jack pleaded with the devil to at least provide him with a light to help find his way.
Oh.
The devil, as a final gesture, tossed Jack an ember straight from the fires of hell. Jack placed the ember in a hollowed out turnip, one of Jack's favorite foods, which he always carried around with him wherever he could steal one. From that day forward, Stingy Jack has been doomed to roam the earth without a resting place and with only his lit turnip to light the way in the darkness. And so
he only can find his way around during Halloween when people light jack-o'-lanterns?
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of the year, he's just
wandering, I guess.
Yeah,
there's a couple holes in the plot, but whatever. And so
Jack, how's that not been made a movie?
I know.
I'll play Jack. Actually, I'll play the devil. You can be Jack.
I wanted to be God.
Oh, okay.
Who do you want to be? The turnip?
Yes.
The rat?
Cool.
There's not even a rat in that story.
This trusty steed. So they called him Jack of the Lantern, and it turned into Jack O' Lantern. Anyway, that's all I have.
Wow.
That's pretty
So
cool.
fun.
That's a fun story.
So, Tallyman, who won?
Hey, Mr. Tallyman.
So I don't think the mic's here, but one person had 8 points and the other person had 11 points.
Okay.
Did
Drum
you ask
roll.
so many questions?
She asked a lot of questions.
It did not feel that way.
All
Drum
right.
roll.
Winner of prize that I don't remember what it is.
I will repeat it.
Okay.
I'm not going to keep drumming.
I mean,
It's just not fun.
And the title of Jack of the Lantern.
Uh-huh.
Pumpkin King goes to Cade.
Cade Larson.
good job, Caterade.
Okay, so
You,
Mr. Doo
I'll
okay.
share my pumpkin bats with you. Or my Reese's bats.
It's really okay if you don't, because I was planning to go buy a bag for myself later anyway.
You're like, I was actually going to stop at Walmart on my way.
That's actually what Jackie you're gonna
okay,
do when I
so
go home.
Cade, I will get you your prize soon. Pumpcorn
Pumpcorn and
and candy beds. No. Candy corn, popcorn, and pumpkin bats. What?
I'm still laughing about
You make one mistake in 26 years. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so fine. Thank you for playing the quiz.
Thank you
I
for
keep trying to put my phone in my pocket that I don't have.
Thank you for
That was
providing
fun.
the quiz. That was fun.
Also, for
Oh,
telling
sorry.
me the story of jack-o'-lanterns.
Mm-hmm. Stingy Jack.
I think I knew parts of that, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, it's cool. I think there's a couple different versions.
Probably.
That's the first one I found, so I copied and pasted it, and here we are.
No, I just knew it came from
Ireland.
Ireland.
Cool. Yeah. It would
True.
kind of be fun to carve a turnip like
It's-
old times.
I feel like a turnip would be harder to carve.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
apparently they
That's
Used
probably
to
why they
carve-
transitioned to gourds.
yeah, so then when the Irish people came over,
What?
And they're
What's funny
like-
about gourds?
oh my gourd, Morgan.
It's because Gord said no when he wanted to enter the gates of heaven.
Gord said, under no circumstances, Jack, will you be in this heaven. Maybe try the one next door. No room in the inn.
Take your turnip and get out of here.
But so then when the Irish people came over to America,
Uh-huh.
they were like, "Are you kidding me?"
Because I was gonna say I don't think they have pumpkins.
They
in the
don't
old
have
world.
pumpkins.
Yeah,
No.
it's a New World food.
Yeah, it is. I learned that in middle school.
In yeah, did you guys do
history.
New World, Old World meals?
I'm actually currently learning it because I go to middle school every day.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
right. No, when I was in, I think it was probably 10th grade.
Mhm.
Our history, we had a class called American Studies, which was our history and our English class combined.
Oh, that's
And it
cool.
was bomb AF.
Mm-hmm.
Like the two coolest teachers in the school taught it, and like there was an English teacher and a history teacher, and you went every day, and like they would co-teach the class.
That's so fun.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
And one of the like when we were learning about like people migrating from the old world to the new world, we learned about like what foods were brought from the old world to the new
Mhm.
world. And so like one of the assignments was you would have to make an old world meal with like only food from the old world,
Uh-huh.
or a new world meal with only food from the new world. And so like if you were new world, you would have like corn and pumpkins and
Mhm.
chocolate and like all of this kind of stuff, but you couldn't use like, I don't know if potatoes were on there.
rice or like right,
yeah, like
stuff
all
like
of this
that.
stuff that like the settlers brought from the old world.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah. So then, so they came to America and there's an abundance of pumpkins, and they're like, okay, let's
This is
ditch
way
the
easier.
turnips and then we'll carve pumpkins instead. And so that's why we have pumpkins.
That's so fun.
And I think that pumpkins are so cute and I love them so much. Anyway, thank you for your
For going to
time.
my TED Talk.
Yes.
My topic. We've talked a lot about treats, but I want to know about some tricks that you've pulled. And maybe some like pranks or funny jokes that you've played on other people.
I have mine in my brain.
Locked and loaded?
now. Locked
I
and
can go
loaded.
first. It can be like any time. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a Halloween prank.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I can go first because I love a good prank. As long as it's playful and doesn't do any damage to like property or anything like that. So, when I was in high school, my older sister was in college, and she's the one who gave me the idea to do what me and my friends called creepin'.
How-
which is where I had in the back of my a couple of glow in the dark ski masks. And we would just like pop them on and go scare our friends at like various times.
And you called it creeping?
Yeah. But one
Why
time
is that so cute.
it was cute, but it was horrifying for whoever we would creep upon.
Creeping.
One time I remember me and one of my buddies. So there was a group of us. I think there was probably like 7 or 8 of us that were like the friends in high school.
Mhm.
That there was like 3 guys and 5 girls, I think, that like we were always together.
Mhm.
And there was one night where the girls were having a sleepover at one of these girls' house. And so I called one of my buddies and I was like, would you like to go creeping tonight? I heard the girls are watching prom night.
Oh, I love prom night.
And so it also happened to be like a thunderstorm, like
Oh, gosh.
pouring rain, thunder and lightning. So we pull up
Very,
to this
very
house.
frightening.
This girl that was one of our friends has like one of the most massive houses of all time. It's just like sprawling. It's like a house where there's just like so many rooms and so many hallways and like staircases everywhere. And like, it was literally like a labyrinth.
Wow.
And so we would play like hide and go seek in her house all the time and like all of these things. And so we pull up to her house. It's pouring rain. We go around the back. There was like a patio that like led out of the basement into the backyard. And we can see that they're watching prom night, and we can see them like on the love sack watching the movie, like having their little sleepover, having a fun time. And so we go up to the glass doors And I say to my friend, like, you go around to this other set of windows and we're just going to stand. Like, we're just going to be standing.
So then when they'll catch a glimpse
when
of
one
you.
of them turns around.
That's so scary.
Yeah, I was a total jerk. I feel really bad about this now.
I'm sure.
But I would do it again.
I'd do it again.
And so we're standing there like probably for 10 minutes, just like standing, not making any noises, not like tapping on the glass or anything like that, until finally one of them turns around and we can hear them. And one of the girls is like, there's someone outside.
Oh my gosh.
And so then they like all freak out and they're like hiding under blankets and like probably scared out of their minds. And so then I tell my friend, I was like, I bet the door is unlocked. You tap on the window and I'm going to go around.
Cade Larson.
And
Those
so
poor
he's
girls.
like tapping on the window, like slowly tapping on the window.
Are they
them...
like, I don't know. What were they doing?
They were just like screaming and freaking out. Which, like, why didn't they call the police? I don't know. Probably because deep down they knew
shock.
it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
And-
get scared to call the police because I assume it's a prank, and that's probably not good.
So then he's like tapping on the window, keeping them scared as I go around to the upstairs door and it's unlocked. And so I open the door really quiet and I start like walking down the stairs.
Cade.
And we're dressed in all black. I just have on my glow in the dark hockey mask. And they just start screaming and like running every which way. And like I say, this house is like a labyrinth. And so they just like take off to the wind, off into like all the different areas of this house.
Oh
And so
my-
then I finally like pulled my mask off and was like, haha, we got you guys. What a funny prank. But the girl whose house it was missed the whole thing because she was upstairs in the shower.
Oh, really?
Aw.
So she like comes down and she's like, Cade, what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, I thought you were here. She's like, how did you get in my house? I'm like,
Were her parents not home?
no, her parents were probably there.
But it was just like that big of a house that they.
Oh, it like massive,
Wow.
like sprawling house.
Oh my god.
And so I like we would do that kind of thing all the time. There was another time that one of my friends was on a date and they were at this girl's house. She had like it was kind of like a tree house thing, but it was like above their shed that like they had like a TV up there and it was just like a fun hangout spot.
Yeah.
And so they were on a date and like at the end of the date they had gone up to this tree house.
Mm-hmm.
And so I obviously got one of my friends and I was like, let's go creeping. And so we just like slowly open the doors and we're just standing there in our masks and scared them again.
That's so scary.
I know. I feel bad about it, but then also like if you see someone in a hockey mask at your house, it's probably me. Just
Noted.
fair warning.
At Victoria's, that like
Oh my
the
gosh.
sliding glass door.
Yeah, the back door.
Yeah.
I did come to the back door multiple times at Victoria's house and spooked you.
Yeah, you did.
Mhm.
Good job.
Because there was one time where I just stood there and like waited
You
for you
did.
guys to see.
Yeah,
I forgot that I did that.
I did not.
Yeah, so just imagine that, but it's a glow in the dark hockey mask
That is
instead of
very frightening.
my beautiful face.
Mhm. Recognizable face. Yeah, and the hockey mask would freak me out.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
But yeah, do you guys have played pranks before or been pranked?
I get pranked. I don't do very much pranking.
I'm a pranky, not a prankor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think like the closest I've ever come to pranking somebody, I don't like the times I've tried, I've immediately just been like, just kidding. Like,
Never mind, it's
yeah.
fake.
yeah. So like, there was like one time, Jackie had been really nice and planned this whole like birthday thing for me, and our friend Rocky had texted me, and I wasn't like in any of the group chats. Like it was just like she had made a group chat for the people coming to the party, and then he texted me and was like, happy birthday, and I was like, oh thanks, and he was like, hey, when's the thing tonight? And so I was just like, what thing? And like he took like a while to text me back, and Jackie,
because he was probably like frantically going through the texts
so
and being like,
he had
"Oh,
texted
no."
Jackie and been like, "Help! Is the thing for Morgan tonight
Like
a surprise?"
5 times he texted me.
And
He
then,
was like,
so like it was a while till he texted me, and then he texted me and was like, "Oh, I thought there was something going on tonight, but I was wrong. Just kidding," because she hadn't texted him
Oh,
back yet, and so I
no.
felt so bad. I was just like, "Just kidding. Yes, it's at 6:30," and he felt so. That's probably like
sweet boy.
he is a precious boy.
Yeah.
I love him.
that's the only thing I can think. I'm not a big pranker. I get pranked a lot. But
One time when I was in high school, that just reminded me of the story that my mom was planning a surprise birthday party for me,
Mhm.
but she sent all the texts to my friends from my phone.
Oh.
And so, but I was like, I'm not going to like ruin this for my mom.
yeah.
And so like, I just like played along with it. And then afterwards, she's like, you didn't really seem that surprised. I was like, well, I wasn't.
You're like, I saw you.
I
send
literally
them.
saw 50 texts to like everyone in my contact list
Oh.
on my phone.
That's
So,
so sweet.
sorry.
Sorry, mom.
So same vibe,
Yeah.
but good for him for trying to cover it up.
Yeah. He was. Oh, just kidding.
He's like, why? And we would never do anything for your birthday,
He's like,
silly girl.
You're
Is it your
ugly.
birthday? I didn't even know.
Text her right about happy birthday, mom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
That's probably the biggest one I can think of.
One trick that I played. Okay, so I worked at a place that sold preventative maintenance on heaters in Delaware. I don't remember what the company was called, but I worked there with Lance Chappell
So this is a company in Utah.
in Utah.
that-
Lance is like, dude, I have the sweetest gig. And it really was. It was like you work 12 to 6 or something. And you just call all day long, but no one ever answers. And you have to call. It was like, I forget exactly what happened, but like, or exactly what was expected. But like Lance was like, just call all 40 of your contacts, like in the first.
right away.
Yeah, right away. And nobody ever answers. Like, because it's in the middle of the freaking day.
Yeah,
like,
no
I
one's
don't care if
home.
it's Delaware. Like, no one's home. So no one would ever answer. So we would make a lot of calls. Like, we would make 40 calls per hour. But like in the first 10 minutes, because we're like, they didn't answer, you know. I think I sold one preventative maintenance appointment, and I worked there maybe like four months or something. But anyway, our boss, like, he would buy us food all the time. Like, he was just super nice. Like, and it was just, Lance was like my best friend, you know. And so just him and I, like, dorking around,
Goofing
like,
off.
yeah, on like in this office. Anyway, so we worked with another girl. I think her name was like Megan or something. Like, I forget what her name was. Erica. And she was like nice as can be. And she was explaining to Lance, like, oh my gosh, I found this huge spider in my garage, and it's like huge, like, wolf spider. I don't know. Looked like it had bones. Kind of scary. I was like, and so she gifted it to Lance, and Lance is like, oh my gosh,
She brought it to work.
she brought it to work in like a Smucker's like jar, like a jelly jar. Empty.
Why?
And cleaned out because she wanted to give it to Lance as a present. I don't know. That part escapes me. I don't really understand.
My mom used to catch bugs like that, but it was so that she could show the bug guy what he didn't prevent. from getting to
Oh
her
my
house.
gosh, I love that.
So she could be like, you didn't do your job.
We would have like cans and cans of like scorpions and spiders on our kitchen, and she would be like, Look
That
at,
is
Look at what you
crazy.
didn't catch.
Get him, Diane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly.
so that's why my mom did it.
Yeah,
but that's
so
crazy.
I think
Yeah, she didn't take him to her coworkers.
I think Erica was just kind of like, oh yeah, like I get these big spiders, and Lance was like, how big? You know, and like she was like, oh,
so she
bring
brought
you
it
one.
in to show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he was like, can I keep this? And she's like, absolutely you can. So he kept the spider.
She's like, I prefer if you do.
Yeah, and so,
Thank you, actually.
yeah, and so he was trying to plot with me like, oh my gosh, like how are we gonna prank someone in the ward with this spider? And I was like, I think like no matter what we do, like we need to keep it in the jar because like that is gonna be
Don't
so
want it to
freaking
escape.
scary.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
I mean,
and it's a
depends on
big
who
ass
finds it,
or
but, like-
big spider. Like it was like bleep that out. But it was
It was
like,
a big bleeping spider.
yeah, it was like huge and like had bones. Like I think. I don't know.
Wolf spiders are crunchy.
Yeah. Ew. Yes. So Lance is like, he thinks that I'm planning to prank with him, but all the while I'm like talking with Emery, one of
You're
my
plotting against him.
Yeah, we're plotting against him. So
Doing an anti-prank.
yeah, so I don't know exactly how we got his apartment to be unlocked. If we like did a balcony type of situation where we like were in his apartment and we unlocked it and then came back late. I don't exactly remember how we got into his apartment, but we took the spider from his apartment and then took it back to our apartment. Do you remember seeing the spider? Did I show you?
I can't remember, but you probably did.
It was probably like, look what we're gonna do. So I can't remember who we called, maybe Nate Stanley, to get the spider out of glass container into Tupperware container. And then we smashed the glass of the glass jar, and then we kept all the shards, and then we went back into Lance's apartment. He had no idea that
Good
we had...
prank.
Thank you. So he had no idea that we had gotten into his apartment.
Yeah.
So then we were in there, and then we put the shards on the ground, and we're like, oh my gosh, Lance, like, you're gonna kill us. Like, he was at ward prayer or something. Like, he was just like out, and we're like, you're gonna kill us. Like, please don't be mad. But like, we were like gonna like prank you with the spider, but then like we accidentally dropped the glass jar, and it's like, we saw it run, and it ran into the pantry. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, just like, oh my gosh. And then he's like, it's fine. Like, and so you can see him kind of like
the
getting
color
nervous.
draining from his face.
Yeah, because it was big. It was a big spider. Like, he wanted to keep it in the jar. Yikes. Anyway, so, but we had the spider actually like in the
Safe.
Yeah, in the Tupperware container in our house. Ugh. But so
In Morgan's bed.
yeah, and we just kept it under the covers to keep him warm.
To keep him nice and warm and
Yeah.
comfy.
But yeah, so we so he starts freaking out. He's like moving stuff around in the pantry. We let it go on 15 minutes. Like, he's like, and then he rips the door. It was like the sliding doors, like for the pantry.
Uh-huh.
Rips the doors off. Or like,
Why?
either he did, because he was like, I can
He was, like,
I need a
panicked.
better look. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Get a
don't-
better view. Get some light in here.
Maybe it happened accidentally.
Like
Like
it
it
fell
came off the
off?
track or something.
So he's obviously like getting
Frantic.
frantic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause he's like, oh gosh. And so then finally we're like, or maybe we had the spider at his house and we're like, it's right here. Like,
Surprise.
like that. I forget exactly the details, but like then he found out and he was like, I knew it was a prank. Like, I think but he was like,
Fake news.
no, you did it. Yeah, like you were worried, but
Good
anyway.
prank, though.
That's
Thank
a good
you.
one.
That is a good anti-prank.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's harmless,
Yeah.
you know? Anyway.
And I'm glad that the spider didn't have to die.
No,
for
he
it.
didn't die, and we had a different jar, I think, that we put him in, and then Lance just gave it back to Erica. It's like, I think that's what I can't remember.
He gave it back. He's like, this isn't fun anymore.
Or like, or maybe he let it go. I can't remember.
Doesn't say just take it outside. Let
Yeah,
him go.
yeah, but spooky. Yeah, I think Nate must have been the one to transfer it because I was way too scared.
Because
to
you
do
wouldn't
it.
have.
Yeah, it was like, I know it was not me. You probably wouldn't have Hannah definitely wouldn't have, like, Hannah has like a arachnophobia. Like, I knew it wasn't her. So
you keeping a giant spider in her house
yeah. Well, it
was probably really cool for her.
No, she didn't live there. Like, it was like Emery and Hannah had moved somewhere else, and then but we were still all friends and like teasing Lance. Anyway, sorry, Lance, if you're listening. So funny though, right?
that is a good prank.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
I like the subterfuge of his prank.
Mm-hmm.
Took it over.
Yeah, I was
hijacked
like,
it.
yeah, those idiots aren't gonna know what hit them. And Emery and I are like,
secretly, you're the idiot.
Yeah, we thought we were like so sly, and we kind of were. Like, it worked out pretty well.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for watching and listening. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify or Apple Music, make sure to rate and subscribe. And follow us on Instagram at NoBummersPod. You can find me at Cade.Larson. Jackie, where can the people find you?
At Miss Jackie Charlotte on Instagram.
And I'm at Mo Jarman, also on Instagram.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.